I'm from Florence, Kentucky, and I'm representing the Kentucky Veterans Hall of Fame. H.B. Deathridge is the executive director out of Florence, and what we're trying to do, we're handing out pamphlets, and these pamphlets are designed to let people in Kentucky know, all 120 counties, know that they can nominate veterans, and particularly veterans who've done special things in communities outside of their service. Once they retire and become veterans, then we're looking for those veterans who continued their service in the communities. And so we're handing out these pamphlets, hoping to get this to all 120 counties in the state of Kentucky.
Now, how long has this organization been in existence, and how many people are in the Hall of Fame?
We have last 2 years, we had 2 inductions into the Hall of Fame, had about 40 in each class, and they are now enshrined in the Capitol building on plaques in the Capitol building, so it's quite an honor.
So is this in the Capitol building itself?
Yes,
where visitors can come and see?
Yes, it is, and then they have the convention center is where they have the induction ceremony in Frankfurt.
And what month is the induction?
The induction is in September. And they have to get the applications in before May the 1st.
Well, thank you so much for displaying today.
Yes, sir.
Hope you have good luck with passing out your brochures. Every county in the state has got at least somebody that's noteworthy.
Yes, they do.
Thank you for your work in this.
Yes, sir.
All right.
I'm Dave Moore. I'm with the James A. Ramlich Civil War Museum in Fort Wright. We promote the defense of Cincinnati during the 1862 invasion. And basically we have a museum that's open to the public, donations only. And we have books and different events going on. We have a Hooper Days until August where we have reenactors.
And then, where is this?
It's off of Kyles Lane in Fort Wright. If you come south on 75 across Prince Prince, you get Kyles Lane, make a left, and then you just follow signs. If you're coming north, you just make a right, and then there's signs that lead you to the museum. You park in the church parking lot, and you walk across. There's like a little mini park that surrounds us that you can bring the kids. They got a playground area for them. They got picnic tables. And there's a real good view of the river where they had the cannons mounted during the Civil War. It was facing the Licking River to defend against Heath and the other Confederates coming up from the south.
Now, who is Battery Hooper named after?
Basically, it was named after a guy that was a prominent businessman, and he did a lot of businesses and everything. And he donated the land at that time to them to build the battery on. That's why his name was named after him. And then there was exactly about 20 batteries. There was 2 on the Ohio side and 26 on the sides facing the Licking or the Ohio River. And they basically kept Henry Heath with his 8,000 troops from coming up in Covington and Cincinnati. And basically he was told by Braxton Bragg and Kirby Smith to demonstrate against Cincinnati and see what the defenses were. There was about 25,000 militias, kind of a varying number, and then there was 70,000 volunteers, which some of them were called squirrel hunters, because basically they brought the squirrel rifles and they just wore their coonskin caps or whatever they had. And after they got to that amount, they eventually cut it off. But a guy named Lew Wallace was sent to do defense of Cincinnati, and then Governor Todd at the time came down from the capital, Ohio, and then they secured all the defenses. And this happened between about September 1st and the 11th. By the 11th, it was all over, and the Confederates were basically going back towards Perryville in that area, and that's where the Battle of Perryville took place. There never was really any more than a few skirmishes where Henry Heath was testing the defenses. Though they had attacked near Fort Mitchell, they had a couple of times they attacked near Covington. And then there was also a few skirmishes that were down the river towards Augusta that where they were testing the defenses. But when he saw 70,000 or more troops, 8,000 troops, it's a pretty good idea to turn around and head back the other direction. So.
Now, how many years have you been participating in Northern Kentucky History Day?
This is the first time I've been here.
But your organization has been here.
They've been here before.
And I'm going to scan some of your production, so you actually have things for sale. Is that correct?
Yeah, we have a book that shows all the batteries. of the museum. It shows all the different things. It talks about the defense of Cincinnati. We also at Battery Hooper Days in August, we have a bunch of we have a whole basement full of used books that we sell to the public at reduced prices. And then also the guy that plays Lou Wallace for us just got through making a DVD, which is was actually filmed on our museum site and in parts of Indiana where Lou Wallace did different engagements and stuff. And he just now started selling that.
So Lou Wallace, after his military career enduring, became more famous as?
The author of Ben-Hur.
Yes. And I'm thinking Lou Wallace wound up in Fort Lewis, Washington.
Yes.
So anyhow, we thank you again for your time and a little insight about the protection of Northern Kentucky.
We're open Friday and Saturday 10 to 5 and Sunday 12 to 5, and we're just...
That's every week?
Every week, except for we're closed on holidays, but that's the only time we're closed. It's all donation only. There's no cost anything to get in. It's free parking. You just park in the church parking lot. You walk a little short distance up to the museum. So.
Well, I've been there and I've enjoyed the Battery Hooper Days, and it is so easy accessible. And like I said, free parking. It's a great place for the kids. And only on Battery Hooper Days is when you fire the can and have reenactments.
Yes. They also are going to try to have another archaeological dig, possibly in May, but they haven't decided exactly when they're going to do that, where they actually let students and different people come in and actually do a little archaeological dig around the property.
So you might be able to find your own bullet.
It's possible.
Thank you so much.
I'm Suzanne Taylor. I'm president of the Pendleton County Historical Society.
And you've been in existence how long?
Forever. No.
And you want to tell us a little bit about the Friar House?
It was built in 1811 and 1812, finished in 1812. And we have a 100-year lease for $1 from the, what's the name of the?
It's the
Hilltop, I think.
yeah, Hilltop.
Well, why don't you speak and I'll just listen.
So the Firehouse is your headquarters now.
Yes.
Is that correct? And you have a museum there?
We're adding to it all the time. People are donating things to us.
And what days are you open?
Starting in April, it'll be the first Tuesday of every month, and our meetings are on the third Saturday of every month.
And the meetings also are at the Friar House?
Yes,
And what time do you start your meetings?
11 o'clock.
11 o'clock. All right, we're going to move over here to Sandy Pratt.
Okay.
Sandy is one of the historians that's been a founding member of the organization, and I know you do a lot of research.
A lot of research, but yeah.
Is there something else that we could add about the Friar House? I know there's a lot of restoration.
We have a lot of the old courthouse books that were basically, they thought destroyed by the flood, and we were able to save them. The Barton files that were caught in the flood, we were able to have them freeze dried. We've saved them. We have the originals, and we've also had some members to photocopy or scan them on CDs. So we have them for sale, and they're a big help for a lot of people doing research.
So I know you've been at History Day many years.
Yes.
And I'm going to ask you to kind of explain what you're selling here, and I'm going to kind of pan that while you're talking.
Okay. Well, like I said, we have our Barton CDs. We have a Pioneer of Pendleton County book that was produced, and it's been reproduced from a lot of the members from years ago. It's a good historical and genealogical reference. We have Images of Pendleton County that was edited and made by Penny Conrad. We also have a lot of CDs that are for our Civil War pension from Pendleton County, Revolutionary Soldiers from Pendleton County, World War I. We have Marriage Index, and we're also doing, we did a barn calendar last year. This next year, we plan on doing one about old houses in Pendleton County. And we're trying to do a lot of documenting cemeteries and working with some people at the courthouse and making a map of all the different GPS locations for the various cemeteries in the county. and we're also on Facebook if anyone wants to keep
So
in
if
touch
somebody
with
wants
us.
to buy one of these discs and they're not here and they can't make the office,
Right.
you have a mailing address and a price list?
We
It's
do,
online?
and it's on Roots Web. And I take care of sending out everything. Right. Or they can contact me or Suzanne through the Facebook page, and we'll get back with them.
So the Facebook would be a great place to
Yes.
find out what's going on.
Right.
All right, thank you so
Okay.
much.
Thank you.
And your name is?
My name is Harry Whitecamp, and I'm a member of the Fair and Square Club, and we're here today with our Secretary Hawkins books.
And how big is your membership and where do you meet?
How many members do we have?
I would say we probably have about 200 to 300 active members, but I think the membership rolls are probably up somewhere around 800, 900 now.
For those that are unaware of what Secretary Hawkins is, can you explain that a little bit?
The Secretary Hawkins stories were originally started as a serial in the children's page of the Inquirer newspaper, and they got so many requests for backstories that they decided to gather some of the stories into book form. And that's where these 11 original books came from. The stories were also found themselves into a comic strip form, and for a few years they were on the radio, sponsored by Ralston Purina. And at one point, besides being in the Inquirer, they were syndicated into over 90 newspaper markets, and they were pretty much spread across the country with large memberships in cities like Pittsburgh and Milwaukee. At one point, I believe Milwaukee supposedly had about 400,000 members.
Wow.
Yeah. So, I mean, this is kind of something that is definitely dwindled. Something that started here very much locally.
And what is your name?
My name is Russ Bernard. I'm a member of the club. The club has been trying to republish some of the materials before it becomes lost. A lot of the material that was originally serialized but was never published into book form previously, and we've managed to publish, I believe it's somewhere around 28 books. We've also republished the older books, and in the process found that when they published the original 11 books, that material was cut from some of them. So that material has been restored in the club versions.
So if somebody wants to get in touch with you as far as joining or buying some of your product, how do they do that?
They can go to the website. It's www.secretary, SECKATARY.com. And it was Secretary because when these boys started their boys club on the river, that this little fella here was named the secretary of the club. Well, he didn't know, at the time they were so young, he didn't know how to spell secretary, so he spelled it secretary.
And this is basically founded in Brent, or was it Licking River?
It was a clubhouse that was on the Licking River, although it doesn't really state that in the books. But some of the places are given different names.
Pelham was Newport, or Wilder maybe. Hobbs Ferry, I'm not sure what that would have been, but Banklick Creek is mentioned. That's really there. So Watertown, Cincinnati.
It's probably Cincinnati.
Well, we thank you for coming to History Day and trying to keep and perpetuate Secretary Hawkins. I know as a kid I read it in Boy's Life. I'm sure it was in a lot of other publications that I was unaware of. But the idea was a continuing narrative of the series. So thank you again for your time and efforts today, and And Secretary Hawkins will be immortalized, maybe not on the 11 o'clock news, but at least it'll be soon. Thank you.
Veteran records at the Campbell County Historical and Genealogical Society. We're here today to show some of our records that we have here, along with photographs of our veterans, our veteran forms that we ask them to fill out so that we have them on file. We have over 13,000 veteran records at our location. We also, in appreciation for our veteran service, we award them these stars that are cut out from the canton of a retired flag. So we do appreciate our veterans, and we welcome all veterans to come and participate in this program.
Now, will you tell us a little bit about this replica of the 1840 courthouse?
We were most thankful to receive this replica from Applied Imagination in celebration of our 25th anniversary. This is an exact replica of the way it looked back in the late 1840s. It's made of all natural earth, stones and barks and twigs and so forth. So it's all natural. It's very lightweight, but there were a lot of hours that were spent putting this all together.
So when are you open at the Historical Society?
We're open on Tuesdays from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m., on Thursday from 10 to 2, and Saturday from 10 to 2. But we do suggest that you give us a call because we're staffed by volunteers and sometimes things come up and there isn't anyone at the office to let you in.
And the telephone number is?
635.
6407.
Thanks, Marvin.
That's a cheap question, yeah. But anyhow, we have a lot of things for sale.
Yeah.
And we have a price list online. You can verify these things, is that correct?
That is also correct, yes. And our veteran list is also online. So if you want to see if your father or grandfather or whomever is in our files, you can go to the website and you can look it up and it'll tell, you'll see his or her name on it.
And would you mind repeating the website if you have to take it off your card?
The website is www.rootsweb/Kentucky Campbell County Historical and Genealogical Society.
All right, now if you'll hold that up, I'll try to get a little bit closer.
Yeah, let's do that because that's better. We've got these little signals and everything in there.
It's not coming up anyway.
And we do too.
And now here we are at the Northern Kentucky Genealogical Society table at History Day at Northern Kentucky University. And this is
Michael Stahl.
And how long have you been involved with the research for genealogy?
For about the last 10 years, doing various research.
And when do you meet?
We meet the second Thursday of the month, normally over at the Erlanger Library in Kenton County at 1 o'clock.
And you are glad to have visitors?
We welcome visitors and are open to helping other people, even if they're not a member of the society.
So, in reality, is there a way that somebody can contact?
And we'll be able to do that.
Website, or have you got a Facebook page?
No, we're a very small group, about 15 individuals. They can contact me, though, at my email site of mmstall, S-T-U-L-L, at fuse.net.
This is all lowercase and no spaces?
Correct.
Okay, they can also probably go to the Campbell County Library and somebody can point them in the direction?
Yeah, they can talk to Bill or anybody up in the genealogy section.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, Mike. Scan this first.
Okay.
And now we have Jan Lester, and she's going to tell you a little bit about her genealogical research. She can do one of these beautiful things for you.
I do genealogical research and I create pedigree charts. I do calligraphy work on these charts. You can get them in 4, 5, or 6 generation, depending on how far you've traced your family. And if you want the research done, I do that as well. They make lovely gifts for your children or grandchildren.
would you like to give us your email address and how they can get a hold of you?
My website is jenbyjan.com. And my email is on there.
Okay, that's great. Well, thank you so much.
All right.
Now we're just going to take a little bit of tour of who is displaying. This is the Aviation Museum of Kentucky, and they're located in Lexington. And their current project is the brilliance from Boone County, the aeronautical engineering career of John Leland Packard. And he was very instrumental in designing these airplanes. This is the Douglas DC-3. And then we move up further into aerospace. And this particular airplane here can be seen at the Dayton International Airport and the Wright Pat Museum periodically. Now we're going to move on down to the Baker Hunt Cultural Center in Covington. And this is funded, and a lot of local artists and young folks participate in this. Of the
Friends of Big Bone, the Big Bone State Historic Site.
And who are you?
My name's Mark Nomadden, and I'm a representative of the Friends of Big Bone, and I work with the Big Bone State Historic Site on educational outreach programs.
And all of these artifacts came from the site there at Big Bone?
No, sir. There's one piece that actually came from the site. The rest are a lithic study of a variety of different areas across both counties and states.
And this creature right here that's looking at us?
This would have been Paleo Indians competition over. This is the largest cat in the fossil record, and their remains have been found from Alaska to Florida. We have not recovered this animal or any other carnivores for that matter at the park, but it's safe to say that during the duration of the late Pleistocene, he was in fact creeping around.
So this American lion would have been in the Ice Age?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And there were actually more carnivores than there were herbivores at that point. So if you were to rise and shine on some dreary March morning 11,000 years ago, that would have been your competition for whatever it is you were competing for as a food source, yes. Because McDonald's wasn't up and running at that point. And to keep the things in perspective, this animal was 900 pounds and you probably weighed 100, and this was the height of your lithic technology. So you may decide that perhaps you can do without the mammoth today and become a devout vegetarian.
So the Big Bone site is open every day of the week?
Yes, sir, with the exception of Sundays, but the museum is open.
And you have guides that will help people find their way around?
There is actually a self-guided walking trail with plenty of signage, and we have a lovely young lady by the name of Osana Wolf. She's the park interpreter. She does a variety of programs throughout the year that touches on a variety of subjects, including Pleistocene, Ordovician fossils, a variety of other things. Get the children involved, get them out of doors and away from their games.
Now, is there a website that people can get in touch with her? Or?
You can look up Big Bone versus Kentucky State Park, or you can pursue it through Friends of Big Bone.
Well, thank you again for your participation in History Day and bringing your artifacts. How many years has the Friends of Big Bone been involved?
I'm relatively new to the group. I've been with them about 4 years, so the exact duration of their time, I'm not exactly sure.
Well, thank you so much.
And thank you.
Can you prep us for the questions first? What are you going to ask us so we can...
No, this is all going to be impromptu, and I'm not going to stump you. And your name is?
I'm Lois Hamill. I'm the University Archivist for Northern Kentucky University.
And you are?
I'm Ann Ripest. I'm the Manuscript Processor for Special Collections.
And both of you together are manning the Northern Kentucky History, Northern Kentucky Frank Steele Library,
Northern Kentucky University W. Frank Steele Library table.
Well, we were privileged to know Dr. Steele over the years. Now, what are you actually trying to promote? Are you scanning things, people's information today, or what are you doing?
Some of this is to show off our website and what our resources are so that we can familiarize people with them. This is a brochure about the regional and local history materials that we collect. Some replicas of materials that we have in the collection, just to whet your taste buds and hopefully entice you to come in and do research.
So if somebody was wanting to find out something about what is in the archives,
yes,
they can make an appointment through you?
Yes, they can.
8 to 5, Monday through Friday?
8:30 to 4:30. Drop-in hours are from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday. Appointments at other times, you have to arrange those ahead of time.
And all this information probably can be accessed through the internet?
Some of our materials are up on the internet, yes, but not all of them yet.
Okay. Now, do you have any memories of Dr. Steele?
I don't believe I personally met him. I'm a little bit after his time period.
Now, there is an interesting story. He wanted to take some research out of the library, and the person working with this is 25 years ago didn't recognize him, nor did he have a library card.
Right.
And they wouldn't give him anything. And he said, but the library has my name. And the young lady said, that doesn't cut it here. We didn't document the person's name, but it's an interesting story.
It is. It is.
Now, is there something you would like to add about Northern Kentucky University that we will enjoy?
Not really. We also have the records, the permanent records of the university. So if researchers are interested in the history and the development of the school, they could also come see us.
Well, thank you so much for helping with this and participating today and bringing your table of wonderful goodies, and the fact that you do provide tours, and that's between 1 and 4, is that right?
1 and 4, Monday through Friday, but see some of our collections on the website.
Okay, thank you so much. And this is the Simon Kenton chapter of the Sons of the American Revolution. A little bit about Simon Kenton. He thought he had killed someone in a fight, came to the wilds of northern Kentucky, Maysville area, changed his name, did a lot for the people coming down the river. He would provide them housing, limited. He would provide them plants to put seeds for that. And as a result, he didn't document a lot of his land holdings. So he eventually moved to Ohio and was arrested and put in debtor's prison. And his good friends in Ohio elected him sheriff so he could watch himself. Very few people, I think, can attain that level of notoriety.
That one may have even Rebecca Bond. It's also a Rebecca Bond.
Hi, I'm Esther Drury. I'm here with the Mary Ingalls chapter, Daughters of the American Revolution. We are a chapter that works a lot with the veterans, active military, education, and we're here hoping to get some new ladies to join us.
And you have to be a lady to be a daughter of the American.
You do. You do have to be a lady.
Makes sense.
There's the Sons of the American Revolution for the gentlemen. You have to have a direct line descendant to someone who either fought in the American Revolution or did something to contribute to our American Revolution.
Okay, could I ask you to display your flag?
This is our chapter flag.
Okay, and I know that you're very active when they have the honor flights, and you're usually there to welcome you in.
Yes, there's several of us that's involved with that. We have one lady that is actually involved with the committee, and then a few of us are actually in the color guard with the Sons of American Revolution when they come in. It is not required that you dress in colonial dress, but I do, and some ladies, we have a few ladies that do, but most do not, so that's not a review.
Well, we're certainly pleased that you're here at Northern Kentucky University for History Day. I know you've been involved many years, and DAR probably has been from the beginning of the time, of the 25 years or so.
This is actually our chapter's first time here, but I have been here with in previous with the Sons of the American Revolution.
Thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Her name?
Hi, I'm Chloe Mitchell.
And you have been a volunteer for a while?
Yes, for a very long
What
time.
exactly do you do as a volunteer?
I help at events like this. I kind of do whatever they tell me to do.
Okay.
So.
And the idea is all these lovely houses in the background here, you're doing your best to get them restored and preserved?
That is a part of them. We're together but separate.
Oh, I see.
We're the museum.
Okay.
They are the ones in charge of restoring the buildings.
And where are you located?
We are located on Elm Street.
And that's in downtown Ludlow?
Mm-hmm.
How
Yep.
big is Ludlow?
Ludlow's a pretty small town.
But it's like 4 or 5 streets, one main drag along the river. And your office again is where?
We are on Elm Street.
On Elm Street. Is that pretty far into town or middle
No,
of town?
it's the middle of town.
Okay, so after you go under the viaduct or under the underpass, 4 or 5 blocks?
Oh, less than that.
Oh, okay. So how many people are actively volunteers?
We don't have a lot. We're a very small museum, but we do a lot. My parents are actually the ones that, my dad's the president of the museum, so I kind of just help.
Well, we'll probably get back and get a hold of him in a few moments. I'm going to scan some of the things. Can you point out exactly what that top picture is?
This is the Centennial. This is the, right here, we're actually selling these.
Oh.
Right here, too. It's just Ludlow. It's the overview of Ludlow.
An aerial view of Ludlow for what year?
1864 to 1964, sorry.
Okay. I was going to say they didn't have very many airplanes in 1864.
No, but I mean,
yes,
it's 1964.
Okay.
Sorry.
And these other pictures, there's a balloon. That was a celebration in town, possibly?
Yes, that's the Lagoon Park. This is what all of those are.
And these are actually postcards?
Yes.
Have they been reproduced for sale?
That I'm not sure about.
Do you have a website?
We do. Wait, maybe we don't. We did. I'm not so sure if we do anymore. It says on there, but I'm not sure if we have that anymore.
Get a good close-up of it. And it says www.ludlowmuseum.org, all small case. So you can find out all the goodies they have. Thank you so much.